Welcome to Dixie Tactical. Today we're going to be shooting the Steyr AUG. This is a real Steyr AUG, not that Turkish clone piece of crap 12 gauge that we were shooting a couple videos back. This one specifically is the Steyr AUG A3. This is considered a bullpup rifle, and in many circles this is considered to be the bullpup rifle. Oh yeah. So like I was saying, this is a bullpup rifle. What that means is where the rounds feed in, where this mag well is here, it is behind the fire control group. So your barrel can go back here behind the fire control group, giving you a 16-inch barrel, which is what is considered rifle length instead of pistol length, meaning I could have a stock on this and it still be a rifle, but it decreases the overall length of the firearm. So we have rifle length barrel and almost a pistol length sort of setup. You're going to have much better accuracy and velocity out of these longer barrels. One thing that's really cool about these barrels, one of the really cool features of the AUG is they have a quick swap barrel. So let's lock the bolt back there. So empty, you got nothing in there. You push this little knob here and the barrel will rotate and slide out. So if you want to put a pistol length barrel or a longer barrel, I think they make like a 20-inch or 24-inch, some ridiculously long H-bar barrel for these. They made like LMG barrels. There's different caliber barrels. You could do like a 300 blackout because everything else is the same except for the barrel. You could run 300 blackout through it. There's just a lot of cool things you can do with that feature. The way it locks in, it's got these threads here that will sit in there kind of at an angle and then rotate and lock down into place. Now that's secured. It's also got this foregrip that you can fold up all nice and neat. Really, really cool. One of the other really unique things about the AUG is the trigger. So these guns have what is called a progressive trigger. So what that is when you pull the trigger, again, verifying clear here. We'll take the mag out to just be extra safe, verify clear. Definitely clear. All right. So the progressive trigger, when you pull it just a little bit, that's your semi-auto right there. And then your full auto would be a full trigger pull right there. So the progressive trigger kind of removes the need for a fire selector switch. And I think there's some pros and some cons to that. Pros are you don't need the fire selector switch, obviously. I think an immediate con would be if you pull it a little bit too hard because you're under tension, under stress or something, you might go into full auto instead of just a regular trigger pull. You might go into full auto on accident, and that could affect your accuracy pretty significantly. If you get like a 3-round burst, your first shot might be on target, your other 2 might pop up in the air because you weren't expecting it. So that's kind of a possible con I could see. But overall, there's not a lot of cons that I can say with this gun. I'm not a big fan of bullpups in general, but this thing, I mean, I don't think there's any bullpup rifle that's more iconic than the AUG. It's been in a ton of video games. I think it was made in 1977 and in Austria, and I think that they are still using this today. So this thing was just way ahead of its time. There weren't a lot of polymer guns around back then when they created this, and this is like almost primarily polymer, which for that time period again it was odd. The original ones also did not have these pick rails. On my pick rail right now, I have a knockoff Chinese EOTech on there. It holds 0. It's what I had to throw on it today. But the original ones actually had an optic that was part of the receiver, which pretty weird for the time period. That was not super common. Another thing about this, the charging handle. You want to make sure you're not doing palm towards yourself, I figured out, because you're going to bust your knuckles up on this rail, on these optics. Palm away is much safer for your fingers. It is supposed to lock up out of the way like an HK. It won't with this optic on here currently, but that allows you to do like the HK slap, and that's awesome. There's something oddly satisfying about doing the HK slap on guns. Feels really nice. So yeah, super iconic weapon here. I'm gonna go play with this thing some more. All right, I got this bag maybe 150, 175 yards away. I took my dot off. I'm gonna be using irons. So hopefully I can actually hit this thing here. I haven't tried any long distance shots with this yet. Thought I was gonna run out of ammo there for a second. Pretty cool. I like this thing a lot. Haven't had any misfires out of it so far. I've put in total on and off camera, I've put maybe about 70 rounds through it. So not that many rounds through it, but zero issues so far. I think this is a pretty reliable weapon. And Austria appears to think so too. It's been using it for about 50 years. So it really speaks volumes that something so old is still in use today. And again, I'm not a huge fan of bullpups, but this is the bullpup. This thing is pretty sweet. Let me know what you guys think of it down in the comments. I'm gonna leave a link down in the description in the pinned comment where you can go check out my Patreon, my merch page, and all that good stuff. That really helps support the channel. YouTube seems to hate me right now with all the cool stuff I do. So that's one way you can really help us keep this channel going. Thank you very much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.